Could Bitcoin and Litecoin have more upside to go? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Wednesday. We're going to take a look at the charts, starting out with Litecoin, moving on to Bitcoin, and then the end of the video, we're going to look at the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart. And if you haven't seen that yet, I definitely suggest you stick around to the end, check it out. I'm going to show you why I believe Bitcoin can hit 46,000 by the end of the year. And also, guys, I want to remind you guys that there's some free links down below the video in the description box. There's a free Discord. We have a great community in there. Everybody's free to join. Check it out. There's lots of good people in there. I've really been enjoying watching that community grow. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. There's also some other links that help the channel out down there, some affiliate links that you can use, and like I said, it helps the channel out. Anyways, I want to try to get through this video quick this morning, so let's get on with it. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, this is still a speculative market, so don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. And then if you tick that little notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos, as I do post every day. That way you don't miss out on anything. And guys, help the channel out. Smash the likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think, and let me know where you think we're going. And yeah, let's get on with the video. We're almost to 3,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that today, guys. Share the video if you belong to any groups. Get it out there. All right, let's look at where we're at with Litecoin. This is Litecoin on the daily. Go through the targets real quick, the higher targets. Look at this as a cup right here and a handle. And our measured move off that was from the neckline of $95. If we move that up to here, still my target, guys. I believe we're headed there now, and that's the 167 area. I also have a higher target looking at this as a cup and a handle with a smaller handle over here, and the neckline right around the 107 range. And if we put the measured move up to the breakout, that gets us to 192. Now, the other target I'm looking at is looking at this as a broadening wedge with the two yellow lines, this being the resistance, this line down here, the long-term bottom trend line, being the support. And if we break through the measured move of that, would be the $250 range. So that's what I'm looking at right there. Let's go into the daily RSI and see if we have room to move up. Looking at the daily RSI, obviously we're still within this channel. We had this little bear trap over here, but keep in mind this is the daily. I do believe we are probably headed up right now pretty soon. I think we're gonna have a breakout. Let's go into the 4-hour, and as you can see in the 4-hour, we're still within this falling channel. And if you guys been watching, you know we had this falling wedge we broke out of into a falling channel, broke out of another falling channel, broke out of into another falling channel. Now we're in this rising wedge here. Now we could, obviously, rising wedge is a bearish sign when we break down. But if we continue to do what we've been doing, I'm going to move this line up here now. It's possible we break through this channel, and that'll start a whole new I guess that'll start a whole new thing going on with Litecoin. But let's look at, sorry about that. Let's go into the price action and look at our targets. Obviously, yesterday, our targets, one of our targets hit the 134, which, if you guys were watching and you remember, I had this. If you look at this white line here for our resistance, and then there's another white line down here, another white trend line, which was support, and this was a rising channel. And I had said if we broke out past this 134, our next target, let me get rid of this stuff, get it out of the way since we already hit it. Our next target was the 142 area, which we almost hit here. But I did say if we broke above this trend line, this was going to become our new support. And that looks like that's exactly what happened. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that 142 target there, guys. And let's do a measured move of this channel to where it broke out. And that gets us right up to, you guessed it, our 167 range that we've been watching for months now. But anyways, yeah, that's what it looks like, guys. And if we do go up there, and we go straight up, breaking through this yellow trend line, which is our broadening ascending wedge right here. We do break up like now, within the next, day or so, and get above this trend line. I believe this is going to become our new support. And then we go up to obviously our next targets. But keep in mind, we could do some sideways action, guys, and stay. Let me extend this trend line. Let's put it more up here. And we got to keep an eye on this trend line, guys, because if we break down through this, then we'll be coming back down to look for support down here in the, let me put a price down there just so we got an idea what to look for. Yeah, if we were to come, obviously, if we were to drop pretty much straight down, we'd be looking at the 108 area. And I'm going to make this orange because that is a bearish target. And like I said, if we break down below this, back below this trend line, we're probably headed back down. We may get some support. Let me extend this line a little bit too. So the areas I'm looking for support, if we do break bearish, guys, would be the bottom of this trend line, and that's all depending on where we hit it. But it could be, around the 118. I'd look for a bounce. If that was to break, I'd be looking at the 108 area, and then this blue ascending broadening wedge that we've been watching for quite some time. If you guys have been watching the videos, you know what this stuff is. If you haven't, I suggest you go back into the prior videos and kind of see where we're at here. That way I don't have to go through it all and bore everybody. But if this was to break, my next areas of support would be around the 94 to the 62, and then down to the 55, which would be the long-term trend line on the bottom. Absolute worst case scenario, but I don't see it happening, guys. I really don't. I believe that we're probably going to hold support now on the top of this line, on the top of this channel right here. And like I said, my next target is this 142. We haven't quite hit yet. That's the target I put up there yesterday. I do believe we're going to hit that, and if we blow through that, then obviously we're headed up to that 167 range. And guys, remember, we don't have to go straight up. We're going to obviously hit resistance on the way up. And yeah, you guys know the deal if you've been watching the channel. So if we do hit there, that'll be the top of this blue ascending broadening wedge. And then, like I said, if we do get up there, we're most likely going to start getting support on this top trend line. So keep that in mind. I'm going to move on to Bitcoin real quick. Take a look at where we're at with that. And Bitcoin on the daily, looking at this as a cup and a handle, we had a measured move at 8,400, which we hit. Now, my next measured move off here is looking at this as a rising or a ascending broadening wedge, the two yellow lines, just like in Litecoin. And we had a breakout back in the beginning of May, and I've had this target since then. I'm going to move it up. And if you guys know, I don't like to play all the little moves and stuff. I like to play the bigger swings. It's a lot easier, a lot safer, especially if you have a job and don't want to sit in front of the computer all day and sit and watch price and drive yourself nuts, trying to catch each little wave. This is a much easier way. This is my method. You don't have to follow my method. I'm just showing my method, in my opinion, in my view. But that target that we've had since we broke here, since we broke out of this ascending broadening wedge, has been 9,600, and I'm still looking at that target, although we will take a look at the more bearish scenario, but I'm still looking at that target there. And then I do have some higher targets, and we'll take a look at that real quick. I have no idea what's going on with my computer, guys. I apologize for it being so laggy, and it's time for a better computer for making these videos. But anyways, let's look at the measured move. If we break out of this rising channel, which I have drawn in here in the white, which we've been getting support off this bottom line, we did have a little bear trap over here, and we've been getting resistance off the top. If we are to break past that 9,600, guys, then we're looking at the 11,400 range. I do have a higher target also, which would be looking at this as a bull flag, or this as a bull flag, and this is a flag pull. And if we were to break out, like I said, the first target would be 11,400, and then 12,000 after that would be my next target. Very possible, guys. We got to keep an eye on that. Like I said, no guarantees, and we will look at the RSI now, and then we'll go into some more immediate price action here in a minute in the 4-hour chart. All right, so we were in this rising channel for an extremely long time, all the way back from November. We were watching this all through December till now. I didn't start making videos till December, but as you can see, we've broken out of that channel, broken down now, but we are in a falling channel, and I believe we're most likely going to break this falling channel and come up to test the bottom of this channel here, which will give us, obviously, our next move up. Let's go into the 4-hour and kind of see what that's looking like, if this ever loads. Sorry, guys, I have no idea what's going on with my computer lately. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. Gonna have to figure something out for that so I don't bore you guys to death while I'm waiting for crap to happen. All right, so let's, all right, we've had this rising channel in the 4-hour. We had a rising wedge in here we broke down out of, came up into a falling channel. We've broken out of that falling channel now, and looks like we're continuing our move up. Like I said, I do believe we'll be heading up here pretty good. Going into the price action and show you the more immediate targets. Remember, guys, I do like to show the bearish scenarios too. So as of right now, looking at this rising channel that we've been in, we do a measured move of a breakdown of that. That would obviously be crazy. I don't see that happening. If you guys been watching my videos, you know that 6,600 is the absolute worst case scenario in my opinion. And we'll take a look at that in the Bitcoin versus gold chart. But also, if we do break this trend line, which now is around the 7,750 range, we do break that, it's possible we go down to the $7,200 range, 72 to 7,300. And if that doesn't hold, guys, then we're looking at that target of 6,600. But the longer and longer we go, the less and less likely I think that is to happen. I do believe we probably continue up quite a bit more before an actual retracement. And I don't believe the retracement is going to be as bad as everybody thinks. And I'm going to show you why in the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly chart. So I had this drawn in here as a triangle. This was the measured move of the width of the triangle to the breakout. I'm still sticking behind this. Obviously, it's my opinion, but I'm still sticking behind the 8,500 range. And it could actually go more than that, because we could draw a line up here, make this more of a channel, and do the measured move off of the channel would be the width of the channel to where it would break out, which it looks like we might be breaking out here pretty quick. I'm going to put another target up there, guys, because we need to watch that. If we do break the 8,500, then I see us most likely, I know I usually have all this stuff drawn out. I apologize. I didn't have a whole lot of time to go over the charts before making the video today. So I'm going to put another target up there. Right around the 87s. Actually, I'll go up a little more. 87, 80 range. Remember, guys, these targets are not exact. They're estimates. But yeah, I do see us, you know, probably going up here. We may come back down, test this channel one more time before continuing up. But I believe we're definitely headed towards that 9600 area. Again, guys, this is my opinion. Don't trade off my opinion. And remember, quit paying paid courses and groups, guys. I know I always stress this, and you probably get sick of hearing it, but I get sick of people getting ripped off and paying for stuff that's absolutely free all over the internet. And you got to remember, when you pay these guys, all you're doing is supporting their gambling habits. And if they were that good at trading, they wouldn't have to charge you for anything. Also, you know, that they're not going to be able to give you experience, even if they had it, which I don't think most of them are really any good anyway. But even if they had it, they're not going to be able to give you the experience. The only way to get experience and learn trading is to learn the basics, which is free all over the internet, and then get in it and start trading and learning how to do risk management and, you know, set your stop losses and where to set them and how to set them. That can only be learned from experience. Nobody's going to be able to teach you 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of experience by watching a video. It's just not going to happen. So quit getting ripped off by those guys, man. Quit supporting their habits. And yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So these 8500 is my target. Next target 87, obviously, and then our main target 96, unless we break this bottom rising channel trend line here. So that's where I'm at with that, guys. Let's go into the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly chart. If you look here, this is Bitcoin on the daily chart. I've drawn trend lines from each peak to where it broke down at 6,000. All the way across, and when we zoom in, we'll see these trend lines became resistance, and then once we broke through, became support. And this blue line here is our last point of real resistance that we've broken through, and we'll zoom into that also in a minute here, and I'll show you why I don't believe we're going down below the 6600 range. Now, keep in mind, I did say my target at the end of the year is 46,000. And in all honesty, guys, I think that may be being conservative, but that is my target by the end of the year is 46,000. And if you keep an eye on this yellow line up here and keep an eye on this chart and look at the similarity of the gold weekly chart, you can see why I believe that. Right in here, guys, the gold ETF was approved back in 2003. And you can see what happened after that. So now I'm not saying that the ETF is getting approved, which I believe it probably will. Some kind of big news is going to happen. I believe in show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And we're right in this area in Bitcoin waiting for some big news. I really, truly, honestly believe that. Whether it be huge adoption news or something big is coming, in my opinion, guys. Now, like I said, I wanted to show you the similarities. Obviously, I drew lines off these peaks just like in Bitcoin. Then we have the blue line. Once we broke above that, you know, we never came back down. And if you just look at how this bottomed, and then we'll go back over to Bitcoin and look at the comparison. But we had the yellow long-term trend line, which we had 2 touches on, and then boom, you know, obviously you can see what happened after that. Now let's look at Litecoin. Bitcoin. And mind you, guys, I'm calling 46,000 for Bitcoin by the end of the year. Like I said, this is all my opinion. Don't trade off it, guys. But I do want to show you my opinion and why I see it and what I see going on. But 46,000 for that, which would put Litecoin somewhere in between 600 to 1,000 if I'm correct. So that's where I'm at with that. Let's look at this bottom now. Same thing as in gold. We had 2 touches on the bottom of the main trend line, and now we've broken through this. And like I said, you can see here each one of these lines from the peak to where we broke down was resistance and became support once we broke through. So that's why I'm still thinking in the very worst case scenario, we come back down to test this trend line. And if we came straight down today, that would be around the 6650. like I said, I'm the longer we go here, the less and less likely I see that happening, guys. So let's zoom in now and look at the similarities of what's going on in the charts. And guys, I believe in patterns wholeheartedly, and this pattern I believe is the same pattern we have here in Bitcoin, and we're probably gonna see the same type of movement. So as you can see, you know, we never had any huge retracement, right? Now we look over to Bitcoin, same thing. The similarities in these charts are absolutely amazing to me. I can't believe more people don't look at it. I see people comparing it to gold, but they're comparing it to gold on the wrong end of gold. They're comparing it to today's gold. It's not, I think they're doing it all wrong. But anyway, you can see we're right in this area here, guys. If we're looking at this chart, I see huge moves up. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think we're going to have an awesome year in crypto. And if you guys remember, everybody thought we were going to get rejected at the 6,000. And I kept putting in my videos that I thought we were going to blow through it, and that everybody that was waiting for these new lower lows were going to, you know, have to FOMO in, and I'd see them at 7,000, and boom, look at us now. I don't understand why people are still following the people that have been calling this wrong the whole time. I'm not saying, you know, I guarantee my calls. That's what makes me angry, guys. Them guys were talking about, you know, all their experience and why Bitcoin had to go to 1,000 and blah, blah, blah with the diaper wave theory. I don't believe in that. I honestly think that was a scam, and I made a video about that. You can check it out. Go to my channel, and it's the main video posted in my channel why I think it was a scam. But anyways, let's go into the RSI now. I'll show you real quick why I believe. We were watching this since January when I first started watching the Bitcoin gold versus the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly, and I had these trend lines drawn in here, and like I said, we've been watching it since January. Right in here we were on this trend line, and I had these drawn. Showed you in 2013 bull run followed by the bear market, had the same trend line. We had 2 touches of resistance on this trend line before starting the bull market. Same thing, 2017 bull run followed by the bear market, 2 touches of resistance on that trend line, and boom. Obviously this one's happening a lot faster and a lot stronger. We're going to go into the monthly and take a look at this chart. So on the monthly RSI, I've drawn these 2 arcs here. This is the 2013 bull market, followed by the bear market. Sorry, guys. These 4 arrows represent a new low in the RSI, and we had 4 of them before the bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the 2018 bear market. 4 lows in the RSI, just like over here, and boom, we're in the bull market. And mind you guys, I've been saying this since January, well actually December, but I started drawing this in January. So only difference I see here is this is going to be a much quicker move up, or much more violent move up, I guess you could say. So I don't believe this arc's going to be as long. But yeah, that's my view of it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed. Check out our free Discord. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, guys. It really helps the channel out. And leave your comments. That also helps. I appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow.